Hello, my name is Lisa Bush, and I'm with Central Square. And in the next 10 minutes, I want to share with you reasons why your municipality or your organization should take a look at the Affordable Integrated Municipal Software Suite Assist. So let's go ahead and get started here. First of all, why Central Square? It is very affordable. We've got over 30 different integrated products that you can pick and choose to implement on your time frame so you don't have to do it all at once. Most of our products are a one-time license fee of $395, so very affordable. We can fit into any budget. Like I said, you can start small and add later. And if you look at the competitors, we go toe-to-toe on functionality, but we're substantially less with the overall cost of the solution. A lot of time you can look at what you're currently paying in your ongoing maintenance and easily replace that and save money in year two. The second reason that you might want to consider Central Square is we have superior support. 98% of our customers that take our support calls give us a 98% customer satisfaction rating. You do get unlimited calls, so you can call as often as you want. We make it easy to place a support call in the software. There literally is a telephone on each screen, so you can just click it, log the call, and then keep doing what you're doing. You can also very easily go to our web portal and log tickets and check the status so that you know at any point in time what's going on. And then experienced staff. Our support team average 10 plus years experience in supporting this product line. So you're going to be talking to people that know the product, they know the industry. We only deal with local government. So once again, superior support. The next reason is it's easy to use. Our menus are easy to navigate. It's got the look and feel of a Microsoft product so that if you do accounting and billing or courts, everything works and feels the same. We also have very simple steps. So you know from start to finish, if you're doing a check run or a utility billing run, very simple and easy to follow. If you do make a mistake, we have an easy way to reverse a transaction, but there's a complete audit trail. So once again, easy to recover, very forgiving. And best of all, on most of the major steps or processes, there are online videos that you can watch at any point to learn, if you want to go through a check run, a payroll check run, or maybe you need to void a check, there are videos you can watch at any point to see how that works. Next is integration. This is probably the strongest thing that we bring to the table because we've got over 30 products. You're dealing with one vendor. You don't have to worry about keeping things in sync. You're not having to do manual journal entries because everything flows to the financial system. So if you're doing billing or courts or tax billing, you're not going to have to do those manual journal entries. We also give you the ability to drill down to detail, and I'll show you this in the quick little overview. You can actually be in the accounting system and see the journal that we create coming from utilities or payroll, and you can drill down and see what employees or customers make up that journal. And last but not least, integrated technology. Things like payments on your website, emailing your utility bills and invoices, and working with a long list of those AMR solutions for those automated readings. So we're constantly adding new things so that we can take advantage of that technology to make you more efficient. Hosted solutions. It's your choice with our solution if you want to have it there locally on your PCs or if you want us to host it. If we host it, we're doing the backups, we're loading all the updates. The only thing you have to worry about is having an internet connection. And I also want to shout out that, like I said, we have over 30 different products. We have a true fund accounting solution, utility billing so that you can bill as many different services. It's a true cycle billing. You can email bills. Under the general government, it's things like building permits, code enforcement, business license, tax billing. And the nice thing is we give you the ability to start building one name of customers and addresses. So if you get a call from one of your constituents, You can go to one screen and see all the involvements, their utility bill, their tax bill, have they had a code violation, their cemetery plot, everything connected to that person. We have the exact same view by property. What's happened on this property, who owns it. So we'll take a peek at that. And then last but not least, we do municipal courts and public safety. And we do have a report writer that works with most of our modules so that you can literally pick and choose fields from the database to create any type of report. Last but not least is experience. At Central Square, we have over 37 years experience. There's over 1,200 installations. This wasn't our first attempt at a true fund accounting solution with integrated applications such as utilities and tax. And last but not least, it's very affordable so that you can implement on your time frame. In these installations, they're all over North America. We have several in the United States, several in Canada, and we're adding more installations daily. Here's my contact information. If you'd like to learn more, I'd like to invite you to attend one of my webinars. They last an hour and they give you a really good overview of the solution. So let's just take a quick little peek at the software. As I mentioned, one screen, this is your landing page. I just want to quickly show you some of the financial components that we have. The look and feel is all the same. As I mentioned, it's a true fund accounting. So, you know, we're able to handle all your funds, give you line item budgeting, just to show you how you can report on your different funds. We give you the ability to you know, run this on your original budget or revised budget. Do you want previous year comparisons? You can also say percentage or dollar amount, and you're able to run this for any year. You have unlimited history, and on all of our financial reports, you can slice it out based on your chart of accounts, and all your funds are in this database. So if I want to run this report for just one fund, I can easily do that. I can subtotal where I want. I could have ran this just for a department or an account number, but just want to point out, like I said, it's a true fund accounting. You're able to report on all your funds. You're going to get that line item budgeting. All of our reports you can print to the screen, you can email, you can go to Word, you can go to Excel. Once again, just like a Microsoft product. Now, I also want to show you just a couple little inquiries here. One is, here's an example where you can search the database. You know, maybe the only thing you know is a dollar amount. We're searching all applications. If I know more, such as description or year, I can narrow that search. But I'm going to show you an example of how you can drill down to detail. In this example, it originated in accounts payable. So if I want to learn more, I can say display source. I've got more information on the invoice, the vendor. I can double click and see the status of the check. I can also see the attachment. We give you the ability to attach documents to your accounting system. So as you pay them, it might be who approved it, the invoice, you're no longer filing, you can go paperless. So that's a good example as well. I want to show you one more here, and that's where we can take a look at how we've done the utility billing, and we'll see how it posts into the general ledger. So I'm going to look up an account number. I'm going to narrow the search and say we want to look at just revenues and maybe just a certain fund. So I can narrow that search. And we'll take a look at where we did our billing. And keep in mind, this could be any account for any year. If I want to run a report in detail, I can see in detail everything that went in and out of this account. In this example, these are the billings that we did on the utility billing side with that unique bill ID so that I can see that. But I want to know more. So I can simply come over here to, let's say, February. I can drill down and see here's the journal, and a lot of systems do this. We take it a step further. We give you the ability not only to see that journal, but the detail. These are the customers that make up that journal. So I'm not having to leave the accounting to go look in the billing. So this is how tightly integrated this solution is. And then one last little thing I want to point out here, like I said, we've got tons of applications under financial, but one that is really nice is that centralized point of sale. You have a lot of customers that come into your municipality. They want to pay for a lot of different things. We give you the ability to easily handle the money once. A perfect example is somebody comes in, they want to pay their utility bill. You don't know their account number. You can look it up. You can do a search based on any bit of information like name, phone number, and so on. I can bring in that balance. So if you're coming from a world where you've got a different billing system from the accounting system, you can't do this. With our solution, we can. So I can go ahead and accept that. I can also, at the same time, receipt for something miscellaneous. And this is where maybe today you're doing a manual, journal entry or a manual receipt. I have the ability to add on to this. I can keep adding on. I can pay my mother's bill and handle the transaction once. We're going to post it to the appropriate places. And one last thing is, if you have a customer that comes in and they've got one check, you can easily look up that name and bring in all the balances for that customer. So as in this example, they've got 7 or 8 different tax accounts. They could have 10 different utilities and invoices you've sent them. So we're able to look at that customer and look at all of the balances across the enterprise and give you that ability for them to pay with that with one check. So that's just one example of the integration. As I mentioned, we can do credit cards, we can do web payments. This will give you an idea. So let's jump out of here. I just want to show you briefly what we maintain on your customers and utility billing. It is a true cycle billing. We're going to be able to have everything on one screen. We can easily decide who do we send the bill to, but we can track other um, people in relation to this account, such as owners and occupants. I can even have somebody completely outside of town get the bill, and I can track an owner and occupant all on the same account. As I mentioned earlier, we can easily email bills. We store that. It's all interactive. It is a true cycle billing, so if you have customers that move in or move out mid-cycle, we can handle that. We also can handle unlimited metered services, non-metered services, non-recurring. We do deposits. All of this is on one screen. You can also very quickly go to their inquiry, and from this, we're going to be able to answer all those calls you get from your customers. What's the balance? Questions on payments. You can even look at any outstanding service orders and drill down and get that detail. So very functional. We've got hundreds of customers using our billing for many years, so very rarely have we ran into a scenario where we can't handle. So once again, I cover this in my weekly webinar as well. A couple of other things I want to show you before we sign off today. And one is, I talked about our general government modules, things like building permits, code enforcement, business license. These are things you can add at any point. They integrate with the accounting system. But think about how nice it would be if you get a call from one of your constituents and you go to this one inquiry, and on one screen, you've got everything about that customer. You're not having to sign on lots of different databases. You can come right here and see it. So I can see for this customer, I can see, do they have any tax accounts, utility accounts? Do they have any code violations or business license? All on one screen. I can drill down on any one of these and get to that detail. We have the exact same view by property. We have a lot of customers that have us bring in from the county all of your records so that you know in your database who the owner is, what's the valuation. We're going to be able to easily send letters to owners and occupants if there is a code violation. So I can see for this property, information, legal descriptions, all the things that the county has that you can now track in your database for just your customers, and you know what utility account is there. So once again, tons of applications. We also have public safety, municipal courts, and then last but not least, we have a report writer that you can pick and choose fields to create any type of reports. You can have a dashboard here of reports you've created. You can rerun those at any point, share them with people in the office. You can also have graphical type reports that you create. But the key thing is we give you access to all those data fields so that you can drag and drop those fields to create the report. So with that, like I said, I would like to invite you to attend one of our webinars. Here's my contact information, and thank you for your time today.